Good morning, my wild and beautiful friends. I'm so glad you're here. Today we're making French onion soup with a twist. Chock full of vitamins, awesome textures, and incredible savory flavor, this French onion soup will be sure to knock your socks off. Keep on watching to see how we make it. The soup is so simple to make. You obviously need some onions. I've got 3 large sweet onions here. They're sweet yellow onions. You can use white onions, red onions, whatever you'd like. I do think this type of onion works best. Just cutting them in half and slicing them really thinly so we can get some luscious ribbons of onion going. I've got about a tablespoon of oil in a large pot, and I'm going to saute these low and slow until they're translucent. Once our sweet onions have softened a bit and are translucent and starting to brown, I'm going to add in 4 cloves of chopped garlic. So as far as I understand, traditionally French onion soup is beef based, so I decided to use 2 cubes of not beef bouillon to kind of add that background rich flavor to our soup. I'm also adding some white wine vinegar for zing, and then for saltiness, in addition to those bouillon cubes, I'm adding a teaspoon of soy sauce. Then I'm going to add about 6 cups of water and a pretty large sprig of thyme, and we're going to just let this simmer for about an hour and let all those flavors meld together. Definitely do some taste testing after you've let this simmer. I ended up adding a little bit more of that white wine vinegar because I love the zing that it gives, and it goes so nicely with that sweet onion. So taste test, add some more pepper. You can add more red pepper flakes, whatever really works for you, but this is a good base to start with. So after that hour of simmering, I'm pulling out our thyme leaf, and our soup is looking gorgeous. And here's where the twist comes in, folks. We are not using bread for our French onion soup, and I know that might be slightly blasphemous, but I promise you adding this gorgeous kale is going to be a game changer. So I'm just taking the rib out of our kale leaves here, and I am sauteing these dry in a pan until they're nice and crispy. Once you've got a bright green color and they've got a crisp on them, you're good to go. Then I'm just going to ladle a hearty amount of this soup into an oven-safe bowl, and we are going to pile on all that kale on top. Make sure that your kale before you cook it is broken up, because you want it kind of like bite-sized once it cooks, so it's a little bit easier to eat. So I'm just loading our bowl of soup with this kale. The mixture of these textures and flavors with the onion soup is so good. The combination of flavors and textures that happen with this combination of kale and onion soup are slightly magical. Some of the pieces of kale absorb that onion soup flavor and get nice and chewy. Other bits are nice and crunchy and satisfying. I promise you, you will not miss the bread. And that's something for me to say, because I definitely have a slight carb addiction. So now I'm just taking some vegan Parmesan cheese here. I love this Viola Life brand. It's nice and salty and has a really good texture and flavor. So I'm just loading some of that Parmesan on top, and we're gonna throw this in the oven on broil until it's just nice and brown and crispy, and we will be ready to enjoy our gorgeous onion soup here. Ooh, I'm so excited to eat this. It's been so cold outside, definitely soup season. This French onion soup with a twist is super satisfying, but doesn't make you feel heavy. It's the perfect winter evening meal. I hope you guys love this as much as I do. Thank you so much for watching. I can't wait to talk to you soon. Cheers.